Hey Crafty Peeps, I'm Lisa, your dollar mom, and today is my first Christmas DIY video. I have many more to come. I have a whole slew of them coming, so I hope you're ready. I hope you like this video, and I hope you will subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss all of my future uploads. So today is Farmhouse Christmas, and they're pretty simple, and I think you guys are gonna like them. So let's get to Christmas crafting. For this first project, I'm going to use one of these sleds from Dollar Tree. They're cute on their own, but I'm going to rustic this one up. And some of the tree stems, branch stems, whatever you want to call them, from Dollar Tree. 2 sheets of this scrapbook paper, and this stem that I picked up from Joann's. It, I believe, is normally $3.99. I got it for like $1 last year, but any stem will do. So I'm going to trace out this sled, that's hard to say, not shed, but sled, on this piece of paper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the sled all the way to the right on this paper. It's really important that you do this on both pieces so that your lines match up. Now I'm just going to grab a piece of sanding paper here and just sand off that lovely glitter. And then I will use some Mod Podge and I will put the scrapbook paper on top of the sled. Because this is a little bit thicker wire on this stem, I'm going to use my tin snips. I will link a pair of them below. They definitely help me out because I do have weaker hands, so I need a little bit stronger of a tool, and so these work great. As you can see, just plops it right off. I'm going to use one of these little branches. Again, I'll call them branches. I'm not even sure what you call them. But anyhow, they have wire inside of them, so you can manipulate them to whatever shape you like. And I am just going to put it there at the top of the portion of my sled. And then my bow will go on top of that. And so now I'm going to go ahead and get some ribbon out. This is some ribbon I picked up last year. I picked up so much clearance ribbon. I highly recommend buying on clearance after the season. It was like, I mean, we're doing Christmas, but it was like Christmas opening up all my ribbon that I bought for super cheap last year. So anyhow, for this type of ribbon, I am just going to make a loop by gluing the 2 ends together, and then I will gather it in the middle, and I'm going to make 2 of those loops. Okay, now I'm going to lay the shorter loop on top of the longer loop. I'm going to cut just a little piece of the ribbon here to cinch around the center, as you can see, just like that. And I will glue that together. Okay, now my ribbon needs some tails, so I'm going to cut a long strip. And I'm going to go ahead and dovetail the edges of both the sides, the edges of both of this ribbon. And then I will just kind of cinch it there in the middle. And I'm just going to take a little piece of twine and tie it just so it stays. I don't always do that, but this time I just feel like it was going to stay better if I did that. And then I'll glue it to the back of the bow. Okay, now it's just a matter of gluing all this down, and then this cute rustic sled is all complete. For this project, I'm going to use some scrapbook paper from this pad here. It's from Craftsmart, and it's called Evergreen Cabin. I picked it up at Michael's last year. It's just like the perfect rustic scrapbook paper. And then I'm using one of these mason jar signs from Dollar Tree. And these are oh gosh, yardsticks from Walmart. They're 98 cents. And they just have the cutest plaques on the top, and I just pop them right off. So the ones that I've already popped off, these are from last year's that I bought a bunch of. I just thought they were so cute, and for 98 cents, they make such a cute thing. So the two with the sticks on them still are from this year. And then some of this buffalo check burlap that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It's normally $9.99. Almost always half off, and I made so many Christmas projects with it last year, so it's a really good buy. Okay, so I'm just going to get this mason jar sign ready for this project. It's really good if you buy the fall ones and not this Halloween one, because you have to rip that thing off. Anyhow, I just painted that lid with a black chalk paint because, you know, obviously purple's not going to work for us. Alright, and so now I'm just tracing out the shape of the mason jar on that scrapbook paper, and then I'm just going to Mod Podge it down. I know this is going kind of fast, but it's pretty basic, and I think you guys following along here know that I love to Mod Podge scrapbook paper to projects. Okay, and so I'm just going to smooth that down, and then our mason jar is ready to decorate. Okay, so I'm taking that burlap that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. Again, that goes such a long way, like such a long way. So I just cut a strip and I'm just gluing it around this mason jar, and this will be the background of the little plaque that you can choose from any of the ones that you might have grabbed from Walmart, or any other ornament, little piece of sign that you may have picked up. Any of those things will work to complete this project. But yeah, I'm totally in love with those garden stakes, those little mini ones that Walmart makes for 98 cents. Such a good deal. Okay, now that I've got that settled, I'm going to take my twine here. I'm going to wrap it around the lid a few times and then just tie a simple bow. Another embellishment that would work on this is those silver words that Dollar Tree makes. They come in a 3-pack. I think they say like joy and believe and things like that. That would also look really cute on this project if you are able to make it to Walmart and get any of those plaques. Okay, right here I'm going to make one of my twine bows. I say I'm not the one that came up with it. It's just a cute bow that works well. And so if you need a slower tutorial on how to make this, you can check out my bow video, but they're very simple and effective. And once that's complete, it'll be time just to glue everything down, and then this project will be finished. And this is just a smaller mason jar, tabletop decor to accent the project we made previously. I picked that up from Dollar Tree, some little ornaments from Walmart, some more of this burlap buffalo check fabric, again from Hobby Lobby, and this little burlap star that I picked up from Hobby Lobby as well. It came in like a pack of 6, I want to say, in the ornament section, and it's like a really good deal. Makes great backgrounds for these projects. So I'm just going to take apart this twine off of this. I'm actually going to reuse it, so don't cut it or destroy it because it actually does come off fairly easily, and I am going to reuse it. And so once I get that off, I'm going to go ahead and just cut out a piece of this burlap to cover the mason jar. I will glue it down, and then I will cut around it to finish it off. And I'm going to just reattach this twine that was already on here and just wrap it around, glue it down, and it's really easy because you've already got a great embellishment and you didn't have to pay any extra for it. And now I'm just gonna finish embellishing this little tabletop mason decor by attaching this burlap star and then just picking out one of these cute little ornaments off this sheet from Walmart and gluing that down. And then this cute project is also done. These ornament signs from Dollar Tree are some of my favorite to make over. I mean, they're cute on their own, but there's just an endless possibilities of how to make them over. So I'm going to use 2 more sheets of scrapbook paper from that pack I showed you previously, and then I'm going to use some of this contact paper to put across the background. Dollar Tree does carry several of these. They have this one that looks like wood, and they have another one that's just kind of a creamy with some splattering. But the one I use, I did buy off Amazon, and I will link it below. I use it on tons of projects. It's a very good deal. And I kind of like using contact paper because it's so easy because it's already sticky. So it's just a really quick way to add a background to a project. And so I'm just going to cut this out. I will stick it down, and then I'll cut around the ornament to finish it off. Now the one thing that I do regret slightly on this is I would have put the wood panel looking horizontally instead of vertically. I mean, it still looks good vertically, but I probably would have done it horizontally if I were to make it again. Okay, so now I'm going to cover this Dollar Tree wood truck in paper. Not a huge fan of painting, so if I can cover it in paper, I'm gonna. So I'm just taking a little bit of this green pattern paper, and I'll trace around my tree and then I'll cut it out and Mod Podge it onto this truck. And then I'll take the red plaid and I will trace the truck around with that one. Okay, so now that I have my truck cut out, now I'm just going to take really any tool you want. This edge works great. I'm going to go ahead and rub around the 3D surfaces. So what this will do is it'll kind of make a bend in my paper, and it will give me a guideline of where I can cut with my X-Acto knife. X-Acto knives are kind of one of those things where I say don't go too cheap, although I haven't tried the Dollar Tree one. Maybe it's great. I don't know. But I have a really nice X-Acto knife, and I think that makes a difference, especially when you're going to cut these out. So again, I'm just kind of rubbing around. You could actually just rub around with your finger. I just have this Dollar Tree tool that I love, and it really helps. So once I have rubbed around all the edges that are 3D, I will move it to my cutting mat, and I will cut them out with my X-Acto knife. After I fit my pieces on the truck, I could see where there might be a little bit of naked spots, and I didn't want this wood to show through. So I'm going to go over this truck with just a Sharpie pen. I'm going to go and outline around the entire thing. That way when I put my paper down, if there's any spots that'll show wood, you'll just see black. Okay, so now I will just Mod Podge this paper down to the truck. I hope this didn't intimidate you. I swear it's easy. It's just a bunch of tracing and cutting. So again, don't be intimidated. I think you can do it. And it looks so good. Now you could actually do this and have two different patterns, and that will look really neat too. So I noticed just a couple more maybe little naked pieces. So again, I just kind of take my Sharpie and trace around those spots. I'm being a little bit nitpicky here. I think it looks fine the way it is, but if you just want to go that extra mile and get every detail, then that's what I'm doing right here. So I just want to add a little something to my truck door. You could put like a little wreath on it. I had these cute ornaments from Walmart in my stash here. You've seen me use a lot of little Walmart items, and I just thought this one says like Tree Farm. It's just perfect. So I'm going to glue that to the door. I'll glue my truck down to the ornament. I'm going to add a couple of these bows. They're just the simple tire shoe type of bows. Again, refer to my bow video if you need a little more help on those. Okay, so this last project really doesn't feel like much of a DIY, but I picked up this cute sign from Dollar General for $1 and this sign from Walmart for 98 cents that you saw at the very beginning of the video. I just thought, yeah, I'm just going to pop it off right here. I just thought this little easel stand was so cute. I knew that it didn't go with my decor, even though it's super cute. And so what I go ahead and do is just pop off that from the stake, glue it to this sign, and now I just have a new tabletop decor. And so for $2, I made this. Realize not a whole lot of problems here, but it's the way you can marry two items to make it something that works for you. Thank you so much for watching my first Christmas DIY video. Like I said in the beginning, I have so much more to come. I think I've already filmed 8 more projects, and I have a whole list more to make. So I really hope you will hit that subscribe button and the bell so you are notified when I upload those videos. Alright, I hope you're enjoying your Christmas crafting, and I'll see you next time.